Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be playing Space Hulk Deathwing, as you probably can see in the top right corner. We're going to be discussing the brand new beta patch which came out, I believe it was today. I think it may have came out yesterday, but I only saw it today. Anyway, this patch is building up for the brand new enhanced edition, which is going to be releasing on consoles at the end of the year. For us chaps on PC, this new enhanced edition is free. We won't have to pay for it at all. But of course, it's going to be included in the console version, which of course you'll have to actually pay for. But for us chaps on the PC, we get this completely free. Right. So what is in this new patch? Well, if you watched my old video, the first variation of this patch was something called special missions. Now we only had one special mission in that, whereas this patch now unlocks all the special missions for each chapter of the game. That's if you've completed that certain chapter. So if you've, for example, only completed up to chapter 4, you'll only have special missions up to chapter 4. You have to complete each chapter to unlock that special mission for that chapter. What are the special missions, you may ask? Well, the special missions take place on the chapter map, but you have random objectives. That is it. You go in with your friends if you're playing co-op or multiplayer, or you can now do it in single player, which I'll show off in a second, and you can go in with the AI and try to complete those special missions. We've also got a lot of new multiplayer skills added, but I'll go into them after I show off the special mission menu. Firstly, let's take a look at that special missions and let's jump in. And here we are on the special missions menu for the single player. Now you can see here, this is where we can select each chapter to play through. So we start here at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since I've completed all the chapters, I've unlocked every single chapter. There's one thing I want to speak about before I go into a bit more details about this, is that Holy Emperor, this room is amazing. Look at that window. That is glorious. That is absolutely amazing. If this room is missing one thing, it would be probably the statue of the lion smiting down curs or something cool like that. But there's one thing that this game does right. You cannot get more righter, is that it captures the essence of what the 40k atmosphere, the 40k feeling for me is, and it's just it's just amazing. It really is amazing. Sometimes I'm just completely lost for words with it, because it's just that gorgeous and glorious. Now I know a lot of people are still having some issues with FPS. Thankfully for me, touch wood, I've got no problem so far. I get a steady 50 to 60 plus FPS, even with the big battles going on. Right, so let's go through one of these portals. Let's just go through, do you know what, let's just start at number 1, since I know maybe a lot of people may have only done number 1. So you just go through the portal here, and it will take you to the chapter 1 loading screen now. Once that is loaded, you'll be at your staging area, which you normally do. Go back and select your arsenal. Right, if I press Q here and stuff like that, it's processing. It'll just give you the brief of what you're doing. So where are we coming in? Does it say? There we go. So we've actually been deployed in the scriptorium at the moment. You're normally deployed over here when you start the normal mission, if you want to do this normally. So we're actually being deployed in the scriptorium. This is what I was on about, where you select your arsenal. I want to go in I want to show this off a little bit more, but in a second, because I want to go through the new skills, but just giving the basics for people who haven't done this before. So this is it. You go in here and select what weapons you want, thunder hammer and all that kind of cool stuff. Let's just go with a Hellfire for now, because the Hellfire is an awesome weapon. Once that's done, you go through this portal, and then you just complete the objective. That is that done. So yeah, I'm actually kind of pleased. We've got special missions for all the chapters now. I'm actually more pleased that you can actually do it in single player, because I actually thought it was only going to be a multiplayer option, but they've brought it to single player, which I'm very chuffed for. So thank you for that, developers. Because sometimes I just do want to just chill and just play co-op on my own, instead of having a load of people that mostly I have to carry. So thank you for that, developers. Okay, as I mentioned before, another big thing which has been added into the game is new multiplayer skills. Now, for me to show this off, I've actually gone to the multiplayer and set up a server. First thing which I noticed is that they've actually changed the camera angle of your character now. It used to be a bit more looking down, but now it's like definitely straight on. And as you can see over here, these are all the special missions which I can select. For example, I'll just select mission 5 and I can put it over there, and then we can play the special mission for chapter 5. Right, I just load chapter 6. Just no idea why I just load chapter 6. Right, so let us look at the new multiplayer skill. So firstly, we have the proximity mine. So you can place an explosive proximity mine, and you also get a heavy weapon skill. So let's select our class and let's actually look at it, because this is for the assault class. So down here we have the assault cannon level 2. Level 3 is plasma cannon, and level 3 is the assault vengeance plus proximity mine, and level 4 is crusaders. Mastery of your weapon allows you to shoot with great precision for short time and avoid malfunctions. But the main thing we're looking at here is the new proximity mine. So let me quickly jump into game and let me show the proximity mine off to you chaps. Okay, so we're in game now. Hopefully some Xenos will come down. So let's start with the proximity mine. So if I put this down here, you can see I've got a new thing that says place. So I place the mine there. So the mine has been placed now. Now we play the waiting game, which shouldn't be too long, because here comes some Xenos. Let's try and lure them to the mine. And we lured them to the mine. We actually did. It did blow up them, but it really didn't do that much. Now there's another ability called Firestorm, which I'm going to press now, which is number 1, which increases our accuracy. Sorry, increases your weapon's rate of fire. So that was Firestorm then. It really didn't do anything that much I could see. Okay, I'm a bit confused by that. It didn't really last too long. Maybe I'm pressing it wrong somewhere, but it does, you know, the heavy weapon, you as an assault now do have 2 new multiplayer skills, which is Firestorm and the proximity mine. So that is the options you have for those chaps. Anyway, let's jump back out and let's show off some of the other multiplayer skills. Okay, moving on to the next multiplayer skill. It is for the tactical class, and if we navigate all the way down here to level 4, you can see what it is. It is a skull drone. So it says summons a combat drone to temporarily fight at your side. So you actually get a nice little servitor gun drone that appears to assist you purging the Xenos. So let's jump in and let's take a look at that thing, because I'm very excited for this. Okay, so here I am just waiting for the thing for a cooldown. It actually took me 300 seconds, and I am not gonna lie, it's probably been the most scariest 300 seconds I've had in this game, because there's just wave and wave of Xenos coming after me, and I've just been on my own, tucked in this corner. So there we go. I've deployed the servitor drone here now, and we should have some more company coming towards me, because all the roof just fell in over there, and I can hear them now coming in my ear. Here they come. So there's a servitor gun drone. He's shooting away. He's purging in the Emperor's name. Even in death, his duty doesn't end. As you can see, he can't really control the enemy that much. It still needs yourself to control the main force of the Xenos. But it looks like it can shell out a decent amount of damage if you can maybe place it in the correct area. I'm just purging away here. This is full on purge mode, and that is one big Xenos. Okay, so just give me a couple of seconds here. 1 second. Let's see if I can survive this. We're nearly there, brothers. We're nearly there. We are purging away. Soon, we shall rid the galaxy of this Xenos threat. There we go. We killed it. And Just mopping up the last of these guys. Die, vile Xenos. Die. In the Emperor's name. Die. Hit. Come on. Come on. There we go. Me and my servo, well, my servo gun drone, held that that full Xenos purge away from us then. And there it goes, he's disappeared. He's returned to the Emperor's side to protect him because that guy is probably a legend on Terra. Right, so that is that. Let's move on to the next skill. So the next skill we want to show off today is for the Assault class, and it is called Frenzy. Now Frenzy briefly increases your melee attack speed. Now if you navigate all the way down here, you can see level 1 is the Mace of Absolution and Zealot, and the Frenzy and Thunder Hammer is level 2, so it's quite an early unlock with this one. Let me jump in game and hopefully I can show off the Frenzy for you with my shield and mace chap over here, my assault guy, which I may add looks absolute. I just love the models in this game, amazing. Okay, so here I am in game at the moment, and I can see the Frenzy down there, number 1. It did have a cooldown of 15 seconds. I'm going to try and put my shield on to see if I can get down here very fast and try and kill some of these guys. Actually, do you know what I should do? I should just test it up here. So if I'm back over this way towards a boarding torpedo, I'm just going to do a few little swings with my mace in here where it's nice and safe. Okay, so you saw the speed of them. Now let's try with Frenzy. Okay, wow. That was a very, very fast attack. That is very, very good. I think that is going to be vital if you want to take some down with the big bosses and some of the more hard-hitting mobs. But that was, yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's just end the video just talking a bit about the patch and my thoughts and stuff about it, and then, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So let's jump out and let's go and do that. So, final verdict, the patch is good. I enjoyed it. I think they've made some improvements with some of the skills. I know a lot of people have been wanting more and more skills added. At least they're on the right track. Hopefully we'll get more over the course of the year, building up to the console launch. If there's one thing which I would like in a further patch or for the devs to take into note is that please can we have more maps? Please can we have more weapons? I know you're very limited to what you can take with Terminators and stuff, but I know the Dark Angels have a couple of weapons which are not in the game yet, so hopefully they can be put in at some point. I personally would love a game mode where I could play something other than a Deathwing. I know the game's called Space Hulk Deathwing, but I think it would open up a lot of doors to a lot of people if maybe you can have like a custom skins, maybe, you know, maybe allow some kind of mod support somewhere down the line so people can come in and start making player created content, because you normally find that the games which allow player made content last a lot longer, which is good for the people who are making the base game, because people buy the game throughout the years. For example, is Dawn of War, the Dawn of War series, not Dawn of War 3, but you know the previous ones which had play-made content. They've had some fantastic mods with that game, and I would love something like that for Space Hulk Deathwing. Please let me know what you thought of the video on the patch. Maybe you've got some ideas to improve Deathwing yourself. Hopefully the developers will see this video, hopefully they'll read the comments, and maybe they'll be inspired by some of the stuff that you've wrote down. From me, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you've got any questions, please let me know. If you've got any feedback for me, please let me know. And yeah, I shall see you all next time, brothers. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.